Hello everybody, I'm Kirsty and I'm studying Marketing, Advertising and Communications at the University of Gloucestershire. Today on my blog I'm going to be looking at virtual human interaction in marketing, looking at trust and privacy across different digital platforms. Social interaction is founded on the presumption of truth. So what does this mean? Firstly, I'm going to look at dating sites and create two profiles. My first profile is going to show how easy it is to create your ideal self. My second profile, I'm creating a whole new identity. As you can see, it's very easy to create profiles that are misleading. Great examples of these are the Catfish documentaries, which started with Neve's story about meeting a girl online who turned out to have a different online life to her real one. I have 673 friends, but how many do I really know? All my friends are completely revealed to me, as I am to you. However, some people's profiles are partially concealed, like this. And some people's are completely anonymous. Facebook allows you to share confidential information through the privacy settings. However, it's also stored in a database which could be accessible. Virtual communities are like patchwork quilts, they're all connected to each other. eBay and Amazon involve giving personal details, such as contact information and bank details. Random fact! Did you know, out of 271 million users on Twitter, 23 million are robots? So who are you talking to? Now let's look at gaming. In gaming, you are represented as an avatar. So let's look at this. Firstly, we're going to look at the Wii. As you can see, this is a non-human-like avatar. This makes it less credible. However, a lot of games nowadays represent you as a human-like avatar, such as in FIFA. These are perceived as more trusted. People have the opportunity to separate their actions online from their in-person identity. They feel less vulnerable about acting out. Whatever they say or do can't be directly linked to the rest of their lives. People get confused with the virtual world and real world. Looking at this further, this could explain the recent schoolboy murder by the guy he met online. This could be explained through the infatuation with the game Call of Duty and how not realising the consequences would link to his real life. Also the case with Noah Crooks, who committed a most shocking crime. When he was so passionately into Call of Duty, when he could not play the game, he attempted to rape and then kill his own mother. Symbiola did a study on anonymity and the relationship it had on antisocial behaviour. To understand this study, I have done a scenario for you guys. Okay, so you're in a police station at an identification parade. I am the suspect and you need to identify me. Scenario 1. You are brought into the same room as me and the other suspects. How easy is it for you to identify me when you are completely revealed? Scenario 2. You are now behind a one-way mirror where I can't see you. How easy is it for you to identify me now? If I'm right, you would have found it harder in scenario 1 to identify me, because in scenario 2, I don't know who you are. All the examples I have given you indicate the dangers of virtual social interaction and the concerns over trust and privacy that they create. If this trust cannot be ensured, then the customer will have a negative experience and will look for alternative, more trustworthy sites. So I now have a few tips that will address the issues earlier in relation to privacy and trust. So, how to trust a dating site. 1. Look at their profile picture and make sure it matches the description, e.g. hair blonde. 2. Look for images with family and friends in everyday situations. This will show them as a genuine human being. 3. On their profile, look for trust words. Real, faithful, family. And finally, make sure you can Skype the person to make sure they are real. Hey! Now let's look at virtual communities. 1. In regards to third parties, always make sure at the bottom of the page whether you need to untick or tick the box. 2. Make sure your passwords include capital letters, numbers and specifics. 3. If uncertain, always call them. 4. When using Facebook and Twitter, make sure you go to the privacy settings and change what information you want people to see. And finally, make sure you don't have your Jennifer Lawrence moment. Check everything on there and make sure you don't mind it being shared. Lastly, let's look at gaming. 1. Create a partially concealed profile. 2. Always check who you add. And finally, look for those human-like avatars. So, can mediated communications be fully trusted in the same way as face-to-face communication can? I'll let you decide. Hope you've enjoyed my blog. See you all again soon.